This is what Gorilla Tag used to look like, and this is what it looks like now. Gorilla Tag features have changed a ton over time, from having only one single map to having, actually, I don't know, like way too many. Still, that means they have added tons of brand new features. But what about the ones that never came back? Features that were only in the older version of Gorilla Tag. Well, today, I'm gonna be okay, there we go. 14 of them that I bet you never even knew. All these features you can only find in old Gorilla Tag, which means no elevator. Either way, it gets pretty crazy, so make sure you stick around and subscribe because it's free. It's completely free, by the way. And let's walk on into feature number 1. And number 1 would be the fact that old Gorilla Tag had no slippery walls at all. If you look up, you'll notice all the walls look the same from the bottom all the way to the top. If you notice, the walls are super bare, and it looks really weird that's all fleshed together. And when I mean there's no purple walls, I'm literally pinch climbing up the entire thing. Climbing up the top of the map right here, except I suck. Or like me, you can literally just wall climb out the map. Yeah, you can wall climb out the map with nothing. Just wall climbing. That's it. There's no camera, is there? I mean, if you even touched this in the other game, you would just fall straight to your death. Like, that'll ever happen to me. Oh, no! Why did I? This is something you definitely wouldn't see in New Gorilla Tag. If I walk out right now, you will see that there's multiple layers inside of New Gorilla Tag. These walls are in 3 different segments. This being the one where you can obviously wall run and just climb on it. And then the second one, you slip off really, really easily. And then the third one, don't even try. If you can't even make it up there, it's not worth it. Part of the wall, you slide off immediately. So I would say it's absolutely crazy that old Gorilla Tag doesn't have that. I mean, you saw me just climb out of the map. That is something you can only find in old Gorilla Tag. Now, number 2 is probably something you would never expect. Like a feature that changed the game. Maybe even made you fly, which we'll get to that later. No, it's sliding gorillas. Huh? Wait, like these sliding gorillas?
No, not like those.
Oh, that's right. Back in old Gorilla Tag, there was a way to slide in any map without using ice. But that was back when the hands didn't meet the ground or your arms didn't meet where you wanted to place them. And I'm literally not joking when I say this, because look, if I jump from even right here on, I start sliding down the stump. The higher you go in the map, the harder you hit and the faster that you go. So like if I were to come over here and jump straight down, right here, that little slant right there, and look at that. We slid all the way down it. Which is crazy because even in this update, the slides don't even slide. If I lift my hand up for 1 second, I go sliding down the entire thing. This feature, the higher you are, the faster you start flying. So I tried again. But this time, I went even higher. All the way to tutorial and getting out the map using feature 1. Oh my goodness, that's so far down. Okay, what if I break my legs? Wait, I don't have legs. Oh my goodness. Oh, I slid so far. That's crazy. Now that you know what it is and showing you an old Gorilla Tag, let's try it in the new Gorilla Tag. Okay, from jumping from right here even. Oh, we go nowhere. So let's get on to feature number 3. Okay, well, I was gonna show you number 3, but actually you can't even do it anymore. Something so unheard of and only in like 2 updates ever. Talking seasonal updates, and speak of the slides, it actually uses this right here. And to do it, you actually need to be on an older update. But I do have videos of me and other people doing it, which is just flying with the slide. This update was forever ago. I mean, look at this. It was so long ago, and it was only in like an Easter and like 2 other updates. And what made it so crazy is you could go from here all the way up to tutorial with 1 jump. It means we should slide on into number 4, which is, well, oh, you guys are still here? Number 4 is actually something you can't really find anymore in New Gorilla Tag, which is Paintball, which was later named after being called Battle. Which means, yes, Gorilla Tag's Paintball used to be called just Battle. Only that the textures were completely different and there wasn't teams. What?
Wait, Cub, what do you mean there's no teams?
In the older version, when it was actually called Battle, it was just a big free-for-all. You were just your same skin and didn't change color. Okay, well, that's a lie. You changed colors when you actually got hit by another paintball. Wait, so the paintballs weren't colored either? Well, no, not at all. The paintballs were actually just gray or white, and you just shot them, and they were just the same color. Which, again, this feature you can only find in old Gorilla Tag because they're probably never bringing Battle back. Which, again, is, well, not even on this board. I'm just kidding. I don't miss it that much. But tell me in the comments if you miss Paintball. Another super interesting detail to note about this paintball is there was a different texture. It used to be completely rainbow. Before anything, you were just rainbow and it was a free-for-all. You could say it was Battle Royale. So yeah, and the balloons looked really janky. I mean, the balloons were like stock images on your back. It was so weird. All in all, besides that, it was pretty crazy, and the battle mode was probably one of my favorites. Though, that's all the features you could find with old Battle, which is now Paintball. Oh, that's pretty interesting. Who said you could be here? I never thought that. Whoa! Now, if you thought them changing it from Battle was weird, wait until you see how creepy the city was. There was a giant, big barrier here. You could not access any of this. City map was never what you expected. It was absolutely crazy, and it was really weird. But once I explain it, it'll make sense. Okay, I'm gonna turn it on now, so be ready. 3, 2, 1. Boom. Okay, hopefully it should be there now. It doesn't. Oh my goodness. I told you it looks really creepy. It's made of like some weird stone. Oh, wait, you can't get out of here. Wait, so if you go in, you can't leave. But you get into like certain updates early, I'm pretty sure, and like acknowledges that you won't like give it out. Or this thing you really can't get through. Like no matter what, if you hit it as hard as you want, there's no getting through this. Only on that side, but on this side over here, it's at. Oh, you actually can. But they didn't have cameras back then, so don't look. You got you so much for helping test this. Press this 10 times. 8, 9, 10. Oh, I got rid of it. It's a feature of the past, and it's never been brought back since. And that right there is, well, number 5. Now to number 6. This feature was one of the oldest features in Gorilla Tag ever. And this is something a lot of you guys actually might remember. If you walk inside of the city, you can go over here and just pick any cosmetic. Or these, like, 30 cosmetics. Or these, you get the point. There's tons of cosmetics, and all you have to do is walk over here and buy them if you actually want it. But back then, none of that existed. There was a place called the Hat Room, and there wasn't even a city at that point. This was one of the most nostalgic things inside of Gorilla Tag, and it's crazy. Basically, as you see here, for the Hat Room, you just walk on up, and it would be right beside the stump. You go on up, the hats will be there, and you can just equip as many as you want. And you were able to just equip them for free. They were your cosmetics and your thing to mess around with. Actually, I think they were free. I'm pretty sure you had to pay for like a couple. Either way, all those cosmetics are still in the game now, but the Hat Room is gone. Hat Room was actually right here. They brought it back for a little bit, but as an attic for monkey blocks. Now, this next one is gonna sound crazy, but the trees have lights on them. The trees have small patches of really bright lights. Now, you might think I'm completely crazy, but some places inside of old Gorilla Tag would have beaming lights that look like players. Because back then, obviously, Gorilla Tag wasn't fully well put together because, well, they just started the game. Soon after, the feature was fixed, but this is something only old Gorilla Tag would have. Now, I wasn't lying when I said this might be crazy and that they do look like players. From here, you can already see one light spot. Can you guys find it? Coming all the way over here. No, it's not these right here. These look completely normal. Talking about this giant light spot that's just super bright. Look at this. It's even covered by a leaf. And it's just a weird bright spot. This one scares me a lot. And this one is what I mean when it looks like other players. Coming down here, I think. Yeah, look at this. Look at this. You can't tell me this is a normal brightness. Just below it, it is gleaming bright. You can see it from across the map. I'm not lying. You can literally see it from across the map. So that's what I mean when I say lights in Gorilla Tag is the 7th feature. I mean, look at this. This is so weird looking. Now, if you thought the last one was kind of like weird and kind of creepy, I mean, not really. You hear about number 8, which is even crazier. Like, actually crazier. I'm talking about the person who did this might actually be crazy or leaving a note for somebody else, which sounds crazier also. I don't know. If you come into here, you notice this info booth and like 2 boards right here, which one says no tag here, just chill out. But that doesn't seem to be the case for behind the board. If you go ahead and go behind it, you know. Oh wait, what? If you go ahead and go behind, where did it go? Okay, there used to be a message right here, and I'll tell you what the message means in a minute. Oh wait, what? Why does it? How do I? Wait, what? I can. What? Either way, behind this board that's behind me in the info booth, there used to be a small message on it that says peace in caves, place in caves, something in caves. And you can determine what it means. Now, it was just there forever and like for as long as I can think of. Before we got this brand new city right here, which changed everything around and even changed the board right here. And yeah, it used to say place in caves. While we look for another board, I'm going to tell you everything about it. That's pretty much everything about it. There you go. You're caught up. It just said place in caves, and no one knew what it meant. Everybody thought it just meant place a board in caves, and that could be, well, what it meant. The second you would exit it, if you turn to your side, there would be a board on the wall right here. But now it's right here, and the board is just standing. Does it say place in caves? It does not. It is pretty crazy to me, and hopefully that's not going to be the same case with number 9, because we're going to get onto that now. Textures, and even more textures. It's what makes up the game and the stump behind me. And not only that, even the game modes that you play, like Infection, Freeze Tag, Guardian, just everything. Look at the rock monkey that I'm using right now. It looks very clean and looks like an actual rock. But back then, the textures were really rough. I mean, super rough. Get a good look at my rock monkey now. And I don't want to say all of them were only old Gorilla Tag, because if you come right here, you will notice, well, the other summer flashback showed like this bubble gun. That right here, you will notice is actually like very like poly and like super like dimmed down compared to new Gorilla Tag. I mean, even something like this has super clean textures and a different art style than before. And it's something you'll notice with all the new cosmetics. And the old one, you'll notice that they're just like very basic and very clean though. Starting off, it looks pretty similar, but the textures are just so much smoother and have like not that much detail. I mean, look at the walls in them. The walls have good detail. They're just very They're very flat. Just looks like a bunch of textures just got put into an iron and smushed together. Everything looks so smooth, and I mean, it just looks like there's no texture. As I said, keep in mind about the rock monkeys. When I mean smooth, this is what I mean. It looks very cartoonish and not really like a rock. The slide in New Gorilla Tag is very shiny. The grass does look very, very good, and everything else just looks like it's flat ironed and just steamed over. And then look at this. I know it's rainbow, but look at this. You can see all the ridges and the textures, and it actually looks like wood inside the game. But that's pretty much it for textures. Most of the textures didn't even exist back then, so I can't compare them to now, and that's something you'll find in old Gorilla Tag. Yes. And number 10 will actually be early access. Makes complete sense because the Gorilla Tag game is fully out and you can finally get it, and they had a launch date and everything. Obviously with the launch they added just an entire clouds map. Pretty strange to add. But the crazy thing is they still kept early access until they changed the entire city around, which we'll get to that feature in a minute. And the cosmetics I mean are these right here. You cannot earn these with shiny rocks. You actually have to buy this for I think $11. Let me see if I can check. Get all these cosmetics with the early access supported pack, DLC, which means you could only buy it in the store. And there was these 3 cosmetics that you could actually... And there was these 3 cosmetics that are the rarest in the game now because you can no longer get them. These right here, you could, like, always get. I mean, literally, one of them's right here. The another one, top hat. The top hat's literally right there. Which would make these the rarest, and again, only able to be found in old Gorilla Tag. Because the new Gorilla Tag is fully released and obviously not in early access, so it would. But I find them really crazy, and if you were able to pick this up, again, you have one of the rarest cosmetics in the game, because they're never coming back in any flashback at all. Right now, I literally have 37,000 shiny rocks. I could buy everything but these right here. I can't even buy this. Like, this is not even the actual version of Gorilla Tag. So now, let's go ahead and get on to, actually, we need to go back here for number 11. 11, which is going to be the old city. Oh my goodness, look at this thing. Actually, this right here is the old city, and inside the mall map, you will see how plain and how just simple everything is. Only that, you will notice that the second floor just says second floor. When you come over here, it says under construction, please come back soon. By the way, that come back soon was come back in 3 years. And you obviously can climb through that up there and grab the golden mask still. The actual second floor is obviously not open, and it never was until like, you know, 2 or 3 years. This is something you'll only find in old Gorilla Tag. A flashback right here instead of inside of there. Feels weird to be in the shop. Well, they packed all of this up and threw it to the side right in front of, well, the comp course be inside of. I really miss this. If they brought this back, I would be so happy. I prefer this over there. But with Old City, I mean, there's no sewer, there's no nothing, there's no big stage or anything. Still pretty cool to see new city and everything with the arcade, because again, the arcade's a huge part. The construction's a huge part, and yeah, I don't know why they're doing construction. They have all the layout right here. But yeah. Where is Lucy? I hear you. Ow! No! Take me to the 3rd floor. Thank you, Lucy. Thank you. Don't drop me. No. Well, I did say number 11 was complete, and it is. I mean, just get a good look at this. Yeah, you're not making that jump back and forth. That's it. Yeah, look at the arcade. Just, I mean, there's so much now. On to number 12, which has to be fake holes in the wall. Wait, there's no way I read this right. Yes, I'm talking about fake holes like the comp course right here that is in the making that nobody could ever predicted. I mean, this was technically not a fake hole, but you could see a little outline of something right here in old Gorilla Tag, which I'll show you later. Speaking of other fake holes in the wall that they turned into something huge and pretty much just made it what people said, a secret tunnel to a brand new map, which would be, yes, right here, the secret tunnel. It used to be a lot smaller and a lot more of like a weird, creepy tunnel thing. But they caught up with Gorilla Tag players and they made it into a brand new map that nobody was expecting. And now we have stuff like this, which is like drills and cosmetics down here. Oh, there's a drill. And even this hole in the wall that nobody ever predicted, which is a brand new hoverboard. But something like this is something you would only find in old Gorilla Tag. So I can go ahead and show you the city first, and then we can go to the real mystery of, well, that weird looking wall. Whoa. That's creepy. This is creepy. Not seeing anything is like weird. Nobody expected it to be a comp thing, and I guess it isn't a secret wall. I guess it was anything. Oh yeah, I guess you can see a little bit of pixels. Now this is this update right here. Now this was a little bit after everybody kept calling it a secret tunnel, secret wall, and you can't really see under it actually. You're usually able to see like a little bit under it because it cracked open just a little bit, like just a little bit to where you could crawl under it. Now I'm even in the oldest version of Gorilla Tag possible, and you can see like, I mean, it's small in this one, but you can definitely see a small like indent in the thing. I mean, look at this. Look at these pixel changes. You can tell that there's going to be something like a wall right here. It sticks out so much, and then they finally changed it and just went with the community and made their own beach map, which is one of the most iconic maps to this day. Now you might be wondering, why are we in Halloween for 15? And that's because this is only in this update, and this is the only time we're ever able to see this, the spider webs. This is a feature that was only an old Gorilla Tag that was only shown once or twice, I think, between 2 different updates. Explain why that this is the only update, because, whoa, you can't even see any zip lines or ropes. There was giant spider webs here during Halloween, I think 2 years in a row. And then now, oh, see, there's even one down there. But now there's nothing. This has never came back since. But go ahead and look at this anchor point right here. And if you come over here, look at this one right here. Just look at this, right? Look at all of the anchor points inside the map. And I'm going to go to New Gorilla Tag and show you why this was so important. Looking on into over here, you'll notice that there's ropes now. Like, the spider webs are gone, but the ropes are here. And look at those anchor points. Those look just like the spider webs. It was all the way over there. It was all the way over here. And it was all the way behind me back here. I'm now starting to see why they haven't gotten rid of these ropes for, like, spider webs, because then they would have to get rid of these ropes right here. That's definitely going to be the final time I say that, because, well, this is going to be the end of the video. And, well, there's 14 things that you can only find in old Gorilla Tag. Hope you enjoyed, and tell me your favorite down in the comments down below, because personally, mine was the sliding bodies where the gorillas actually, like, slid off of nothing. I found it pretty cool. But there it is. Old Gorilla Tag was crazy, right? So is this outro. Right? This is a crazy outro.